Welcome back to the Super Divorce YouTube channel. Nicholas Villars here, aka Super Divorce. Welcome to tonight's edition, the 60th edition of Sega Mania, right here on the Super Divorce YouTube channel. Hi. Sega Mania is a live streaming, internet-based video game-centric program in which we are making our way through the various pages and reviews from the no longer late great Sega Mania magazine, but now the back from the grave Sega Mania magazine, which initially ran from 2021 through 2022 and has been resurrected and will be returning to newsstands and the internet very soon. Great news. That is breaking news as of like last week. We don't have to say the late great anymore. Now they're just the great Sega Mania magazine. And you know, like I said, we're going through the pages and the reviews of this magazine right here. This is issue number 3. This is what we're drawing from at the moment. But what do we do on Sega Mania? Well, we open up our magazine like this, and we read the review on that page, and then we play the game that was reviewed, and then I review the game, and I review the review from Sega Mania magazine. We kind of butt heads sometimes. Sometimes we're in full agreement, but that's how things work around here. And we have gone through all the reviews and all the games in issues 1 through 2. We find ourselves here, on the 60th installment of this program. And that brings us to Talespin. Talespin on the Mega Drive. That's what we're taking a look at tonight. And, you know, before I read you the review from Sega Mania magazine, before we get into that, there's always something I like to do first. I like to go ahead and start things off with what I call pineapple tidbits. I like to offer you guys a few pineapple tidbits, a few little fun facts. Not factoids. Some people use factoid as if factoids are fun facts, and they're not. I learned that a while back. I learned that factoids are actually things that people think are facts, but they're not facts. Like common misconceptions. So, before you go spewing factoids off, before you tell your friends, hey, I got a few fun factoids for you, keep in mind, you're basically setting them up for you to be spewing nonsense. They're not going to believe anything you say if they know what factoids really are. Hey, Jess. How's it going? So tonight's pineapple tidbits. Got those for you. And I have gone ahead and I've placed some beautiful pineapple footage up on the television set for you to get you in the pineapple tidbit mood. A factoid is a factoid. Question mark, says Jess in the chat. A factoid is a factoid. It's a factoid that factoids are fun facts. I think that's what you're saying. It is a factoid, indeed, that factoids are fun facts, because they're not fun facts. It's like fake news. It's little snippets of fake news. That's what factoids really are. But a lot of people think that factoids are just fun facts. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're on the same page. You get it. You understand. You've got it all figured out. Don't ya? Tonight's fun facts for Talespin on the Sega Mega Drive. This game was developed by Sega Interactive, published by Sega, and On the TurboGrafx 16 version, there was a variation there. That version of the game, of Talespin, was published, developed by Radiance Software. So if you're at a trivia contest and they say, "Who developed Talespin?" Make sure that you clarify. Hold on now, which platform? Do you mean the Mega Drive / Game Gear version, or are you talking about the TurboGrafx 16? You're gonna have different answers. If you're talking about the Sega games, that's gonna be Sega Interactive. If you're talking about the TurboGrafx version of the game, that's gonna be Radiance Software. Okay? So keep that in mind for your future Sega-themed, video game-themed trivia nights at your local bar and grill. Someone might pull that question out, being very clever. Don't let them get away with it. Now you know. By the way, how do you like me out here in outer space tonight? Isn't this neat? Super Divorce presents Sega Mania in space. That's what we got going on right here. I'm flying through the cosmos and the ether right along with the Sega grid down there. I look down and I see that Sega grid and whoa! I don't want to fall down there. That's a long way to drop. What's up, Jorfus? We got Mr. Jorfus in the chat. Mr. Jorfus in the chat. Mr. Jorfus just jatting it up in the chat room. Ghouly's here. What's up, Ghouly? How's everybody doing tonight out there? You guys have anything interesting to beverage on, to sip on tonight? Anyone sipping on anything good? Whoop. You might think I mean alcohol. I don't. This is what I got going on tonight. It's all gone. I was going to go and get another one before the stream started, and I didn't. Huh? But you've got time. Maybe I'm just reminding you. Maybe you're feeling a little parched. Why not go get yourself something to drink? Huh? How about a nice, tall, frosty mug of cocktail sauce? Ghouly says, now it's Sega. Now it's Space Sega Mania. SSMM. That's what's up. Okay, back to the pineapple tidbits. This game that we're going to play tonight, the side-scrolling, sort of cutesy-dootsy Disney character fair, fucking, what is this? What do you call them? Platformers. It's a platformer. Like the Mickey games we played, and we played a Donald Duck game on here. We played several, a nice handful, a big nice handful of Disney-themed side-scrolling platformers. We played quite a few now. This is like one of those, you know, it's in that same category. From that same ilk. Cut from the same cloth, if you will. But, you know how I mentioned there's a TurboGrafx 16 version of this game and a Game Gear version of this game? Well, there's also another game called Talespin featuring the same characters from the same television show, but it's a completely different game. It's not a variation of the game we're going to be playing tonight. It is a completely different game developed by Capcom for the Nintendo Entertainment System and the Game Boy. And that version is a side-scrolling shooter where you're in an airplane the whole time and you're shooting enemies as they fly at you. It's one of those ones. One of those fucking ones. Nothing like the game we're going to play tonight, so don't confuse them. Again, if you're out, local bar and grill, barbecue trivia night, and the guy's like, tonight we're going to be asking video game questions. Tonight's question is, what type of game was Talespin? you're going to have to ask him to clarify. Sir, you raise your hand. Sir, which Talespin do you mean? Do you mean the one that was released for the NES and the Game Boy? Or the one that came out for TurboGrafx 16 and the Sega Mega Drive and the Game Gear? Which one? And if he doesn't know, then you've caught a fraud. And you need to flag down the manager and say, you need to fire this trivia guy. He doesn't even know what he's doing. He's asking fraudulent factoid questions. Get him out of here. And then you can walk up and you can take over trivia night. That's what I think. Ghoulies drinking his own saliva. Don't do that. I had a teacher who used to say that. Not like a high school teacher. I had a teacher, my first grade teacher, used to say that. You'd raise your hand. Can I get a drink? And she'd say, drink your spit. And then she'd go back to eating her donuts. She always kept donuts at her desk. And soda pops. She would slurp loudly on soda pops and eat donuts and smack her lips at us. But we couldn't have any food and we couldn't have any drinks, and she wouldn't even let us go and get a drink from the watering fountain until it was time to go to lunch. Really awful. Not making that up. It may sound like a cartoon character to you, but it's not. That's what my teacher actually did. We didn't have cell phones where we could have been recording her, because now imagine a teacher did that. They'd be all over the nightly news. But back then, no one gave a shit. Oh, we got Mr. Jorf's joke of the night here. A Talespin themed topical joke. Apply this directly to your forehead. Mr. Jorf says, what is Tails' favorite activity? Answer, Telltales. There you go. I think he was talking about Tails from Sonic. That Tails has nothing to do with this night's game. But that Tails shares kind of a name. Part of it sounds similar. We could say that. Talespin. You could imagine a bowling game starring Tails called Talespin. I'd play that. Talespin, Sonic and Friends Bowling. Coming to the Nintendo Wii U very soon. Ghoulie has played the NES version of this game, like I was just talking about. Yeah. Yeah, of course, it's based on the Talespin TV show, which featured characters from the Jungle Book in a more, I would say, a little bit hipper kind of atmosphere, a hipper tone, a little edgier was Talespin. Ghoulie's mom used to tell him to drink his spit in the car. That's a brutal response, but I've used it. I have used it, I have to admit. Okay. Let me get back to the tidbits here. I looked at some of the reviews for this game, and a common theme seemed to be the opinion from people reviewing it. I'm not talking about the Sega Mania review, I'm talking about reviews online, user reviews. A lot of people were saying that they thought this was a wasted license. A great idea. It could have been fantastic, could have been awesome. You got great characters, a fun television show that it's based on, but it's a wasted license. They didn't do a good job with it. Very milquetoast. And that's how I felt about the tidbits I found for this game. There wasn't a whole lot going on here that I could dig up. Now maybe if I had months to go undercover and talk to every single person involved in the creation of this game, maybe I'd find some dirt and some nasty, some gritty details, some real dark stuff that went on behind the scenes in the creation of this game. On the surface, there's nothing. And I'm going to assume there's nothing. because I don't want to shed negative light on the people who made this game. It just seems like they're mostly boring. The other works that they're attached to, usually I'll find some stuff that's like, oh, this guy worked on that, and I try and tell you guys about those little connections. There wasn't much going on here. The most shocking thing that I found when examining the staff involved in the creation of Talespin on the Mega Drive is that an artist who worked on this game, an artist called Joan Igawa, was also an artist on 2005's Lizzie McGuire 3 Homecoming Havoc for the Game Boy Advance. How about that? That really pops your kernels, doesn't it? Eh? You don't know what to do with that information. Let me tell you a little bit about, because I don't have much more to tell you about Talespin until we get to the review and then play it. So why don't I tell you guys a little something about Homecoming Havoc. Lizzie McGuire 3. That means it was the third in a trilogy of Lizzie McGuire games. Homecoming Havoc on the Game Boy Advance. Homecoming Havoc plays somewhat like Nintendo's WarioWare, in that players must make their way through a series of short mini-games rapidly thrown at you one after the other. While each of WarioWare's stages has a theme, each of Homecoming Havoc's mini-games in the 10 stages are randomly selected from the game's mini-game library. As players progress through the mini-games, they earn points and tokens. Tokens can be used to purchase cards that will allow you to skip a particular type of minigame if you fail it. If you don't do a good job, just use a token. At the end of each set of 10 minigames, there is a dance competition. In this game, players must input the correct arrow sequence. They're going to flash on the screen, they're going to throw some arrows at you like you're playing DDR with a D-pad. D-pad DR, and then you have to put the correct inputs in before time runs out, or before you hit the wrong button. You don't want to hit the wrong button. So it's one of those. It's like a rhythm game. You get a dance competition. And those are tonight's Pineapple Tidbits. I urge everyone to go out and pick up a copy of Lizzie McGuire 3 Homecoming Havoc on the Game Boy Advance. Should we play that on stream sometime? Maybe we will. Maybe I'll do a special Lizzie McGuire stream, since I used to have a big crush on Hilary Duff. Maybe we'll do a Lizzie McGuire stream sometime. And we'll play all of the Lizzie McGuire games in chronological order, including Lizzie McGuire 3 Homecoming Havoc on the Game Boy Advance. Okay, so, Jorfa says, oh man, the magazine came back, but now I need to buy one, and they're all sold out. You can still get copies of issue number 7. They do have those in stock, and you can download all the other copies. I also read on Twitter earlier today that the proprietor, I believe it's the proprietor of Sega Mania magazine, I used to call him Tim Hugall. We know now his name's Tim Hugel. Tim Hugel. I still wish I could say Hugall, because it's more fun to say. Maybe he'd forgive me if I continue saying it that way. He probably doesn't watch this, but it's okay. Tim is probably busy creating new magazines now, you know? He's got things to do. Can't just be watching live streams all the time. But anyway, they tweeted out that they believe they have some copies of this very issue right here, number 3. Get that in there so it doesn't disappear. They think they got copies of this one in storage that they might be making available online. If you want to pick one of those up, keep your eye out for it. And then I think Ghoulie was talking about the NES version of Talespin said he didn't play it much, only played a little bit of the first level and stopped because he wanted to play something else. It was on an emulator while he was in Cincy for the Cubs series, and the game got rained out. Oh, how intriguing. What a coincidence that you would even try that game, of all games to try out. You try out Talespin on the NES. DDDR, D-Pad Dance Dance Revolution. That's what I was trying to say when I was talking about the Homecoming Havoc. So now, of course, it's time to crack open this copy of Sega Mania Magazine and read you the review. But first, let's say goodbye to our pineapple footage until next time. You've done a great service here. You've provided everyone with lovely pineapple to look at tonight. Pineapple footage. Thank you for your contributions to tonight's stream. Until next time, take real good care. So there you go. There's the Talespin review. I have conveniently placed a graphic of the review up on your television set for you. You can follow along right there, or you can once again follow the link in the description below this video down there to the Sega Mania Magazine online archive. Now, you can no longer read them directly online, but you can download all 7 copies of the magazine digitally to your hard drive and keep them and hold on to them forever and ever. And they'll be there for you to peruse at your leisure. You can zoom in, you can zoom out, you can do all the things you used to be able to do with the online version, but you will own them now. Word to the wise, however, don't be frightened. When you go to the online archive, it's going to ask you to add the magazine to your cart. When you go to checkout, however, the price will be $0. You don't have to put in any credit card information. You don't have to do any horse shit like that. That's just how they have it set up. You have to add the magazines to your cart, and then you can check out for free. And then you download them, and Bob's your uncle. All right? Okay. The DDDR was brought to us by Ghoulie Acronym Incorporated, or as he likes to say, GAY. Alright, Talespin. Oh, wait. Sorry. I almost forgot. How could I forget? Tonight's review was written by Sega Mania journalist extraordinaire, local celebrity, man about town, gentleman scholar, Simon Pike. There he is. The man of the hour, everyone's favorite reviewer from Sega Mania Magazine, Simon Pike. Everybody, please clap. I hope that you're at home clapping right now for Simon Pike. And here's what Simon Pike had to say about Talespin on the Mega Drive. Here in the early 90s, a Disney license slapped onto a game is generally a sure sign of quality. You only have to look at the likes of Castle of Illusion, Quackshot, and World of Illusion, which is reviewed elsewhere in this issue, as proof. Unfortunately, though, I'm here to tell you that there is a glaring exception to that rule. Talespin for the Mega Drive is absolutely bang average at best. So I'm going to interject here and just remind you, this is kind of what I saw coming. This is what I gathered from reading user reviews online earlier this evening. Back to Simon's review here. Talespin, if you didn't know, is a Disney cartoon that features characters from the Jungle Book movie reimagined as various anthropomorphic personalities in and around an air cargo freight business. Baloo, King Louie, and Shere Khan all make appearances, alongside many other characters that were created specifically for the series. You'll spend most of your time in this video game spin-off playing as either Baloo or Kit, the latter being one of Talespin's aforementioned original characters. In the game, the characters are trying to win a contract with the city of Cape Suzette and face off against corporate criminal Shere Khan's hired air pirates in a race to collect cargo in various locations around the world. For the player, this translates to lots of searching for crates through a series of sprawling and somewhat confusing levels as you use Baloo's paddle ball or Kit's slingshot to bop air pirates and endanger local wildlife. There are also attempts to change things up with side-scrolling shoot-'em-up interludes and boss fights against air pirate boss Don Carnage with a K. Carnage with a K. And his more formidable henchmen, but these interruptions don't tend to add much to the overall experience. They tried to toss a little flair in there to make it a little more interesting, and apparently it didn't work out for Simon Pike. He doesn't think it adds much to the game. Back to his review here. Visually, the game is as bland as unbuttered toast. That's pretty bland. It has a dull, muddy color palette throughout, and often presents the player with vast walls of repeated textures stretched across the screen. The sprites suffer from the same muddiness as the levels, and the lack of personality we've come to expect from a Disney spin-off. The shoot-'em-up sections at least are a little brighter and more visually appealing, and it's fun to watch the pilots parachute out from their exploding planes in typical family-friendly Disney fashion, but it's not enough to save the game from aesthetic mediocrity. The averageness continues in the gameplay department. The platforming controls are tight and responsive, but neither Baloo's paddleball nor Kit's slingshot feel satisfying to use. The level design comes across as uninspired, and the enemies seem sprinkled about randomly. The music could be worse. See Tasmania elsewhere in this issue. You guys remember that one? Tasmania. The music could be worse but gets repetitive, and certain sound effects seem muted and out of place. The crate finding mechanic does offer a certain amount of fun and challenge for players who are particularly fond of exploring and collecting items, and despite the muddiness of the visuals, the game does have a subtle, cheery brightness that is somewhat charming. However, unfortunately for Talespin, if you're in the mood for a Disney licensed platformer, there is an embarrassment of riches out there already, and this particular offering is way down on the list. So writes Simon Pike. So that's what Simon says. That's what he has to say. Jorphus was psyched about Simon Pike. So was Ghoulie. The man, the myth, the legend. Another fantastic review from Simon Pike. He always writes a nice, solid, crisp, in-the-pocket review. And really, I feel like does a good job of getting me ready, and I hope getting all of you guys ready to experience the game that we're going to play, whatever the game is. He always does just a bang-up job. Good job, Simon Pike. I'm glad to know that. I hope he comes back. Wouldn't it be a shame? Wouldn't it be a shame if they brought back Sega Mania magazine without Simon Pike? They couldn't reach an agreement. Something happened. Bridges were burned. Lovers were scorned. Things happened. Things fell apart, and Simon Pike couldn't return. I don't even know if I'd bother reading it, to be honest. Ghoulie says, here at Gay, we love watching SMM and playing DDDR. We also make sure our Twitter page has a rainbow icon for the LGBTQIA+ community during Pride Month. We enjoy doing business here at Gay. Well, then you're like all of the other businesses out there, aren't you? Dungeons, Dragons, Drugs, and Riots, says Jorphus. Ghoulie says, also our hit show Ghoulie's Grand Romance Story, rename occurrence due to copyright issues, aka GGRS, is a fan service. Season 2 premieres early August. We look forward to updates on Season 2, Ghoulie. Everyone here. Following that story for months now. Yeah. And, Indeed, GGRS stars Ghoulie as Ghoulie, Nick as Nick, Jorphus as Jorphus, Jess as Jess, Ghoulie's love interest as a new actress every season, and occasionally guest starring Carrot as Carrot. Haven't seen Carrot in a while. I don't know what he's up to. Probably hanging out with Warrior somewhere, getting drunk at a local pub with Warrior. Maybe doing some trivia. I bet Carrot would be the sketchy trivia guy. He'd be out there asking fraudulent, factoid-laced questions. Alright, guys. Let's go ahead and give Talespin its due time. 30 minutes at least is what we give these games. 30 minutes to try them out before I form my opinion. I might stop after 30 minutes, or I might keep going. It depends on how much fun I'm having with Talespin. We'll see. We'll find out. Started up just now. Game start. And here we go. All right. Okay, press start. Already this that's a very unfortunate color, I think, that they picked for the background. It does like bring to mind the word muddy. It's a muddy color palette. But then the Talespin's nice. That's nice and vibrant. That jumps out at you. I don't know why they chose this other kind of shit. Let's play as Blue or Kit. What's it gonna be, chat? First person to pick wins. Blue or Kit? Kit or Blue? Blue, Kit. Kit, Blue. Would you like to play with the big guy or the little guy? Would you like the guy whose shirt fits his body over here with Kit, or the guy who's busting out of his shirt, kind of like a fat guy in a little coat? Kit it is. Becky says, guys, have you read today's newspaper? Baloo says, hey Becky, there's going to be a flying contest. Kit says, it's more than a contest. Becky says, the company that wins receives a lifetime work contract from the city. Now we got local government involved here. All we have to do is win. All we have to do to win is collect 10 cargo boxes each from different places around the world. Piece of cake.
The only problem is our competition.
I think that's what they sound like. Meanwhile, Shere Khan says, another city contract. Quite interesting. This calls for a visit to the city official's office. Sometime later, the city official says,
it is my great pleasure to announce the two finalists for the city contract. Shere Khan Industries and Hire for Hire. As decided by a fair coin toss, Shere Khan Industries will go first.
Hire for hire, shouldn't even bother. Sometime later, ...
Gosh, even with attacks from Don Carnage and his air pirates, Shere Khan Industries is making record time. The newspaper predicts that Shere Khan will be impossible to beat. Shere Khan's men have completed their run. In order to win, you must complete the contest in less than 7 days with no loss of cargo.
Then let's shake a leg, little bitches. There's no time to waste.
I'm right behind you, Baloo.
Don Carnage. I will do great damage to the pilots of Hire for Hire. They will regret the day they heard of Don Carnage. What an intro. Alright, here we are. So, do we have any... There's no limit to our slingshot balls. A does nothing. The A button doesn't do anything. Doesn't do shit. You've got B to sling your balls around, and you got C to jump. And when you jump, it seems like the... Is that continuing to go up? Okay, that was weird. It looked like the top of the screen was slowly moving upwards every time I jumped, but then it stopped. And I guess you shoot these shits until they go. It makes like a little popping, a very understated popping sound when you shoot your slingshot. I think they could have boosted the audio on that a little bit. Isn't Don Carnage the tax collector from Robin Hood? The Disney one? I don't know. It's been a long time since I've seen that movie. I don't remember jack all shit about that one. I hope that's not a factoid. Here's our cargo. How do I get that? You just gotta bend down in front of it. Put it in your bum bum. Oh, so he's gonna shoot shit at me, huh? Well, okay, that's something. Well, what is that? Some sort of ice cream cone? I don't know what that did. Oh, that's alright, so the lighter colored turf there, that's like quicksand. Ah. Okay. There's some more cargo. What is that, a burger? Oh, that's giving us all of our energy back. That's good news. Gonna have to keep an eye out for burgers. What? Why do I have a lobster on me? Or a crab, I don't know, it was one of them. One of those fucking guys. Get up there, got a star. It's tough that you can't like do the thing where you crouch down and then it scrolls to show you what's beneath. Whoop. I guess I should get this cargo if I can, but I don't think that's a good angle for it. Can I ride the bubbles? No, they're... Oh! Oh, I just now saw that. Okay, they put the lobsters or the crabs inside of the bubbles there, so you don't want to pop those. Okay, picking up the cargo. Whoop! Oh, no. Is there anything else over here? Oh, look out! Well, at least the water is not like an insta-kill. Just seems like a bit of an inconvenience, that's all. So they've taken a less than brutal approach to admonishing the player for making a mistake. That's appreciated sometimes. Well, oh, there we go again. The music's not awful. What is this? Kind of like a half-assed boss fight up there. And some more cargo. Oh! What's going on? What? I got this monkey on me. Whoa! What is this? Okay, so I think they said there were 10 cargo boxes to pick up. So I should be all set. Let me try and get over to where... Oh! Get out of here. I think just, right over there. Oh! No, go down. There. What is this? What? I don't... Am I supposed to do something about this person? What? Why am I being... What the... Huh? Okay, I guess we don't worry about her. No. Okay, this is a real boss fight. And you don't get... Hold on, is that a health bar for the boss up there? That little blue strip? That kind of like unassuming blue strip up there? Ah, yeah, it must be. Okay, I see what's going on now. So you gotta wait until... You gotta wait until the shot occurs. Ah, get off of me. What the fuck? What the... This is a really strange boss fight. Jeez. How do you do this without taking damage? God bless it. It gets me coming back. I've only got, whoop. Well, I might... There we go. Let's hop over. Why does it work sometimes and then other times it doesn't? That doesn't sit well with me. There we go. Alright, get out of the way. Probably just a couple more. Come on, Grandma Magnet. There you go. Okay. What are you guys thinking of this one so far? What'd you think of that boss fight? Do you think you could beat that boss fight? Viewers, everyone watching. Crab burger. Yeah, insta kills in games, just like because you dipped a toe in the water, it's always a bitch. So I'm glad that they've not implemented that kind of thing in here. But so far, hold on. Can I not get up there? Ghoulie thinks he could have beaten that boss fight. What do we got there? What are these, like, you got some gargoyles? What are they doing? What are they dropping down? There's like spicy peppers. Why are there gargoyles dropping spicy peppers from rooftops in the nighttime? What was that? Was that a clown? Okay, I gotta get up there. Though it seems like I can't. What is this guy doing? And why am I falling down? Oh no, I go in here. Oh, is that underwater somehow? I don't know what's going on with this level design here. And that water apparently damages you. The water from the fire hydrant causes you to lose life. I don't... Here's a complaint I've got. What is this? A big pet peeve of mine in the world of video gaming is when games don't give you like a clear indication that you're hitting an enemy. It's especially annoying when you can see that you're making contact. You can see that quite clear. Like, what? It takes like 50 hits to kill the little whatever he is? Is he a lion guy? Whatever that enemy is, he just keeps walking at you. There's no sound. There's no like ting 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 ting. Usually a tingy sound will let you know, alright, I'm not making contact. A sound that's a little more robust, like a boom, 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 boom. Stuff like that will let you know, alright, you're damaging this fella. Even if there's no health bar that you can see. But they're not throwing me any bones here. Bro did tornado. I don't like it. Look at him. Why is it not working now? What? Seriously, that's boss fight shit right there. You shouldn't have to hit a normal enemy that many times. Whoop. See, now he's just... What is he doing? Huh? Well, you know what? I'm about to the point where I'm gonna tell these people they can kiss off with their cargo. I don't even care about winning the contract anymore. I don't even care about your damn contract. You can put your contract in your butt. Now these birds... Game over. I guess we'll continue. Oh, yeah. The clack sound would have been better. Better than nothing. See, I'm just leaving the cargo behind. Don't even care. I wonder if I can finish... Hold on, How do I get through here? Gotta go this way. I've got this... Okay. Okay, you gotta go up there and get gulps of air. And you gotta go this way. Do you have to collect all the cargo? Simon Pike's review made it sound like getting the cargo would be good for people who like collecting items. What if you don't? What if you just want to get through it? Can you just get all the way to the end? These guys are annoying. I'd like to get this crab off my back. I've had enough of the Krabby Patties. I think those are crabs. What do you guys think? Crabs or lobsters? What are we looking at here? No, watch out. You're gonna die. You're gonna die if you don't... See, I'm too short to make that. And then, I can shoot through the wall, but I can't swim through it. And I can't go over to the right. I can't seem to move to the right here. And then now that box is gone, so I can't jump up there anymore. And I can't go inside this door. Oh, wait. If you press A, you can drop. That's what A does. A drops the box. So do I have to find another box somewhere? Okay. All right, there's a cargo. There's a cargo. There's an ice cream cone. Gonna jump over the spicy peppers. What's counting down? I don't know what that sound is. It's very unnerving, though. Whatever. It seems like maybe you can only kill him when he gets, like, in your face. Seems a bit of an odd... Well, there he goes. Alright. So I think I have an idea to get some of these items up here anyhow that I couldn't get before. If I can make it... No, hold on. No. No. There, put the box down. And now we can jump up there. There we go. Okay. Then we can move over this direction now. Take the elevator down. Pick up another box for our troubles. Oh, and now we've got... Now we've got fire flames to contend with. Look at this. What the fuck? What? A bird? That close to the end. I saw the exit right there. Jesus. What's their beef with me anyway? What did I do? Maybe they don't like the fact that I fly through the air in an aeroplane delivering cargo. Maybe that's the problem. Too many of their friends have been killed by my my company's propellers. It's a story of revenge and death. And now look at this. I've only got one hit left. There we go. Okay. Got myself a burger to eat. Not even worried about the cargoes. I'm gonna see if I can complete the level as is. Like, what's the penalty? Do you get the bad ending? Oh, I need one. Is that it? Just gotta get one cargo? Oh, no, we've got 10. Okay. So time for another boss fight in the same place for some reason. Oh, I really hate this. I hate that there's no... Like... How are you supposed to know... Oh, shit. What's with his shooting pattern, by the way? What is he shooting at me? Why does it, like, follow me? Why are they heat-seeking missiles? Heat-seeking bouncy balls. What kind of weapon does he have? The frickin' shit. Look at this! Okay. You can't jump, because if you do, then that starts to happen. The balls just follow you everywhere. And then sometimes you just... And you can only... Why is it that you can only kill him, like, when he's taking a shot? What is that? He's in the same position. I'm still hitting him. Like, what's the logic here? You have to get... He's like those, the twirling lion guys, where you have to get close enough to him, but then he starts blasting your ass. Oh my god. Military grade bouncy balls. Yep, that seems to be an accurate description of what's going on there. Trying to continue. Okay. Oh, there you go. Go ahead and get your little... He can jump over me, no problem. When I need to jump, however, becomes a big problem. Like, in my opinion, all of these shots should be taking his health away from you. There's no reason why it's not. Like, look at that! Why is he not there? Finally! Shit! And now we've got one of these sections going on here. This seems kind of half-assed. I was hoping it would be nice and crisp, you know? But it's not. It feels like a baby game. It feels like a game that would be on a leapfrog. Or the leapster, whatever the hell it's called. Just very sloppy. Okay. Hopefully this doesn't go on too long because I'm not going to want to do this multiple times. I haven't seen any power-ups. Usually in games like this, you know, kind of yeah, okay. Gotta do it all over again, huh? A staple of games like this is always getting power-ups. Upgrading your blasters, and I'm not really controlling where we go. I'm just getting dragged along. I can control the height of Kit. I can make him go up and down, but that's about it. And then see, there's up there I saw a wrench. This is really awful. This is like one of the worst. Hold on. Okay, so there's like a slight power up for a moment. But you just really feel like you're being dragged all I can't go get those things. What's the point? Why would you put power-ups like in the play field if the player can't even the player physically cannot go get them? You're just being dragged along on your little windboard by the airplane. You can move your little windsurfer up and down, and that's it. You have no say in where the airplane goes, where the airplane moves across the screen. Really dumb. Yeah, this is going on way, way too long for a nonsensical fucking... Almost done? Are we done? Have we made it? Oh, thank you. Jeez, that was rough. That wasn't a good segment. That was a bad segment. Okay. Where are we going now? Ah, more birds. Everyone's favorite platforming foes, birds that fly at you. Gotta love birds and platformers. Always with their silly ass patterns. They're hard to read trajectories. Oh, look who it is. It's this guy again. Alright, let's... Okay, there's a statue. And for some reason, this water makes us cower in fear. This water's no good. You don't take damage when you fall into a rushing river. However... Does this... That damages me too. What is this? Is the water toxic in here? Gotta wait for the water to stop. There you go. Just blast that snake about 200 times and you'll be good. What? What the? For real, guys. No cap. This game is cap. No cap. For real. For real. FR. YOLO. Swag. 2K2. Up we go. What did we just get? So that's kind of like invincibility shield. I don't know. All right, let me try to make. Oh, look, another opportunity to take damage from water for no apparent reason. To just die because you got touched by water. You didn't fall into water. You're allowed to do that. They will allow you that with no repercussions. However, oh, now you know what? Not only are you allowed to dive into the rushing river, like on the first level, you can stay underwater completely for an absurd amount of time. Seemingly an indefinite amount of time. As long as you want. Take your time down there. Swim around. It's not like Sonic. There's no none of that. You can just stay underwater forever. And that's all cool. It's all good. But if you allow yourself to get hit by the water spit from the statue, well, now that's a bridge too far. You can't let a single toe, you can't let the tip of your pinky toe splash into that puddle right there, or you will die. For some reason. No one knows why. Literal water rapids. No damage, says Ghoulie. While a fountain causes stage 1... No, that's... Stage... How many zeros is that? It's tough to tell from far away. 1, 2, 3... Stage 100,000 cancer and 50 different neurological parasites. Well, maybe, yeah. Maybe all the water in this area has been polluted. Yeah. It seems like the water's been polluted. Okay, now we've got these guys. Now we got the crabs to worry about. Oh, sorry, I forgot. See, in that moment, it just slipped my mind. It was like, oh yeah, I can go. No, you can't go. There's water falling down. There's toxic, parasitic, cancerous water flowing. What is that max 55 speed limit sign? What does that even do? I can't get to it. It's not allowing me. No, stop it. We're just gonna mosey on past these fellas here if we can. Yeah, it doesn't even matter how hard I try. keep that in mind. There we go. Can I get up there? Nope. Nope. Still can't. All right. I really don't like the damn crabs bouncing around, doing stupid shit. This song's got a pretty good bass line, though. That's probably the best thing about this game so far. Okay, up and over. Oh, look, I fell in the water. No damage there, that's okay. That water's fine. That water's okay. It's that other water. It's that other water over there you don't want to touch. Oh, look, pinky toe. And what great timing. 30 minutes is up. I think I've had enough of Talespin on the Sega Mega Drive. I think I've had enough. Enough of that for now. That will be all. Thank you. Okay. Time to assess the review. Time to review the review. Time to re-examine what Simon said. See what I have to say about what Simon said. So Simon spends the first little bit here talking about the backstory of Talespin, where it came from, the concept, the pedigree of Disney platformers. Describes the game. I remember this part. He said there were attempts to change things up with side-scrolling shoot-'em-up interludes and boss fights against air pirate boss Don Carnage and his more formidable henchmen, but these interruptions don't tend to add much to the overall experience. And I will say that, having played 2 of the boss fights and 1 of the air flight side-scrolling sections, and he's right. They don't add anything. In fact, a case could be made that they take away from the game and make it more shit than it is. Because if they just let you do the platforming levels, level by level by level by level, it's mediocre. But when you throw those boss fights in, the way they operate is just unacceptable. In fact, I would say it's unacceptable. During the testing phase, I think that maybe someone did call it out and they just ignored the person's complaints. I don't see how people weren't saying during the boss fights, so I can see the guy's health bar up there. I can shoot infinitely at him, but I can only make contact when he's shooting at me. When he fires a projectile, that seems to be the only time that I can make contact. I'm clearly, visually making contact with him. I see my projectile from my slingshot going across the screen and making contact with this son of a bitch over and over and over, probably 50 times in a row before he fires and then one of my shots hits him. Why is that? Can you do something about that? What are you going to do there? Why don't you have him holding a shield up or something, and the shield only lowers when he actually, fires his weapon. And then you've got this little bit of time. maybe like a split second before he fires, you see his projectile coming at you, and then he's still holding his gun out for another split second to give you time to fire your kill shot and actually damage him, and then that shield goes back up. It's like when you just see yourself shooting an enemy repeatedly and it's, for whatever reason, not doing damage, and then one of your shots seems to randomly do damage, it's like, it's a head scratcher. You're like, what is this? It doesn't seem fair. It seems like bullshit, and it seems lazy, and it takes you out of the experience playing the game. Visually, the game is as bland as unbuttered toast, he said. Very bland. Averageness. You know? And then he sums it up by saying, if you're in the mood for a Disney licensed platformer, there's an embarrassment of riches out there. There are so many great Disney platformers out there that you won't find this one. You won't find Talespin until you get way down that list. So if you were like, I'm going to play the best and brightest Disney platformers on Sega Mega Drive or the Genesis, you'd have a lot of games to play before you ever got to this one. And once you got to it, you might be like, I'm going to go back up. Go back up. You're climbing down the ladder and the game starts to get shittier and shittier, and then you get to Talespin. You're like, alright, I think we've hit the point where we don't need to go any further down. Anything worse than this is going to cause us to go into immediate cardiac arrest. Let's go back up and play one of the better games again. So, no thanks. I'm in agreement with Simon Pike tonight. Full agreement. This game is, I'm not even going to give it a 500 because of that bullshit. The hit detection with the enemies, that stuff's unforgivable in my opinion. You can't do that. You can't do that. It's not like, oh, well, they just did something a little different here and you don't like it. No, it feels unfinished. It feels like they left the game in an unfinished state and just released it. And you know what? I agree with all those people that I saw on their various reviews online. The phrase kept coming up over and over again. Wasted license. They wasted this license. This could have been a very fun, inventive, bombastic even. There's room for bombast in the Talespin universe, and they didn't make it bombastic at all. They brought it down. No good. Wasted license indeed. So, I'm gonna give this one. Well, let me check the chat first, see what people are thinking. Mr. Jorfus is scoring this in 650 Mr. Jorfuses out of a possible 1,000 Mr. Jorfuses. Ghoulie says Clax easily beats this one. I agree. Clax, much better than Talespin. I would go back and play Clax again. I said I probably would last night. I didn't have a very good showing, but I think that I could get good at Clax. And I would like to play it more. I had fun with it. This, no. No, I don't think I'll play this again. Jorfus says, the graphics were good, so the animation and the music, unfair gameplay, I guess. Probably had, yeah, well, I think there were limited continues. I saw we had 3, I believe. And I used up 2 of them, I think. Bosses were not fair, says Jorfus, and it was weird. Well, yeah, weird game. Weird game, weird vibes. Not like the cartoon. It didn't feel like I was playing the cartoon. That's a problem. It If you make a game based on a fun children's cartoon, it needs to be like you're playing an episode of the cartoon. That's the experience you want to give people. Ghoulie says platforming was actually not bad, but a little unclear. Lack of visual aid with enemy damage, along with damn boss fights, was just sad. Music was meh, but the game was just janky. 305. 305 Ghoulie dudes out of a possible 1,000 Ghoulie dudes. Talespin tarnished the Disney platform game name. I agree. It's too bad. But you know what? I think it's been forgotten for the most part. I think it's like one of those things. We found it in the dust bin or the rubbish bin. We happened upon it. It was like, oh, why would someone throw this away? And then you play it and you're like, oh, now I know why someone would throw this away. Because I'm gonna throw it away just like they did. Jorfa says, you know what? I'm being too humble with the music and visuals. So 450 Mr. Jorpses out of a possible 1,000 Mr. Jorpses. He amended his review score. Okay. And Ghoulie is Ghoulie's rescoring Clax to a 500. I don't know if Ghoulie's ever done that before. Have you ever gone back and rescored a game from a previous episode? That's got to be a first. This game was so bad it made you reconsider your previous score for the previous game. That's really something. That's a first. I've not seen that before. And so, yeah. This is a pretty bad one, I think. It was pretty bad. Pretty subpar. Even if you took the Talespin out of it, I'm guessing what I mean to say is like having Talespin attached doesn't do anything for it. If it were just, you know, Bear 1 and 2 go on an adventure game, it'd be the same thing. Adding Talespin on top does nothing for the score here. It's not going to do anything. They're not playing me like a fiddle. They're not using my nostalgia against me here, because I did used to watch Talespin as a kid. I quite enjoyed it. But they're not using my nostalgia against me. I'm not going to up the score just because it's a Talespin game. You could remove that altogether. I'm just focusing on... actually, you know, having Talespin attached might make it worse, because like Ghoulie pointed out, they're sullying the legacy that had been built up for, you know, Disney platformers during this generation. So, yeah, it might work against it in some small sense. Okay, $325. 325 Super Divorces out of a possible 1,000 Super Divorces for Talespin on the Sega Mega Drive. That's my score. That's it. That's what you get. You get what you get and you don't throw a fit. Do a better job next time, team behind Talespin. Don't let all these details slip through the cracks. You know, hammer those things out. Don't ship a half-assed product out to consumers and ask them hand out for their money. That's horse shit. Yeah, Ghoulie, your Super Thunderblade score, that's well deserved. This game's not that bad, but it's still pretty bad. I told you, Jorfus, this was a well below average game in my opinion. Well below average. And that's what they get. Alright, so next time, let's see, what do we have coming up here? Let me see what we've got going on for next time. You know, I thought it might be a good idea. I was considering this, my friends. Do you think it would be a better... I like the big reveal when we go live, but just for hype's sake, to give people an incentive to be at the next stream, I thought maybe it'd be a good idea to start spoiling it. To let you know ahead of time. All right, here's what we got coming up next. So you guys can, maybe you could play it for yourself. If you wanted to. Before, the next stream happens, you can seek out the game that we're going to play. And you could play it on your own and see what you think. And, what do you think? What do you think of that? Should we try it out tonight? I can let you guys know what's coming up next. What we'll be playing on Tuesday when we come back here. Tuesdays and Thursdays, right around 10:30. That's what I'm shooting for. I would have been live a bit sooner tonight, but I had a minor technicality issue that I had to take care of. Yes, do it, says Jorphus. Okay. Okay, I'll do it then. Next time, we will be playing Road Rash 2, my friends. On episode 61, Road Rash 2, coming right up. We played the original Road Rash on one of the much earlier episodes of this program here. I don't remember exactly which it was. Maybe I can find out real quick. I kind of feel like I should. I'm just, I'm curious. Which was that? Which, Super Divorce Road Rash. Okay, that was Sega Mania number 37. I thought it was a little earlier than that, but I was wrong. Okay, it was 37. 3 months ago, according to YouTube. So it's been a little while. Yeah, I'll have to go back. I still need to do this. I need to set up, like, a score archive. I'm gonna have to go back, and I should do it sooner rather than later, because the longer I wait, the longer it's gonna take to put it together. I need to go back and find out what I've scored all these games, and then, like, paste that up somewhere. I need to make that something that can be referenced easily, so anyone can look at it too. Maybe post it up on the community page, or pin it up on Twitter or something like that. You know? Jorfa says, damn, that's a really loud keyboard. Clickety-clack. Clacks. You want to hear some clacks? That's why I bought it. One of the reasons. It's also, it lights up, and it's pink. Maybe I can show it to you. Let me see. Isn't that fancy? There's my keyboard. There's my clackety-clack keyboard. You see how it's changing color as time goes on? The keys, they're like backlit. And they cycle through a rainbow of various hues. Okay. So, anyway, Road Rash 2 next time. Until then, everybody, if you haven't done so, please sub to the channel. Please, please, please sub to the channel if you haven't done so. If you're still here hanging out, if you happened upon this stream after the fact and you're still watching, why haven't you subbed yet? Sub, go ahead. It'll be fun. And then bong the gong, hit the notifications bell so you know when new videos go live, so you know when I go live. And if you don't want to have to rely on YouTube's bullshitty notification system, which you shouldn't, I'm trying to work around that to the best of my abilities. That's why I'm trying to be more consistent with my stream days and times and really sticking to Tuesdays and Thursdays, 10:30-ish p.m. Because I don't want people to have to rely on notifications. It'd be better if you didn't have to do that. You know? You just know when your favorite TV show's on, and then you go and watch it at that time. It'd be a drag if you had to wait. If you're like looking at your phone, you're waiting for ESPN to send you a notification that your favorite sports team's playing, or that Sports Center has just gone live. You know, that's no good. You just know it's on at a certain time, and then you go watch it. So I'm trying to do that here to make things a bit easier. But still, it'd still be good if you subbed and bong the gong for notifications, because I do post other videos, and sometimes I might go live outside of the Tuesday and Thursday time, and if you want to catch that, then it's your best way to do so. It's not perfect, but it's the best we got right now. Like this video, please. Click the thumbs up. Give it a thumbs up. Thumbs up it. Comment below if you got anything. Anything at all. Doesn't even have to be games related, but it can be. Let me know what you think of Talespin. Let me know what you think of Disney platformers in general. Just giving you some topics to choose from here. It doesn't have to be any of these. Questions, comments, ideas, suggestions, requests, leave it in the comments below. The comments section is indeed your oyster, so crack it open, slam it down your throat, and wash it down with a nice tall frosty mug of cocktail sauce. Follow me on Twitter at SuperDivorce, on Instagram at SuperDivorceBand. You know, it'd be nice to get more action going on Twitter. They just started paying people for engagement on posts, for people who see advertisements in threads. They're starting to pay creators pretty well on Twitter. But no one talks. I don't have any fucking following on Twitter, and I don't use it consistently. It's one of those things where it's like I like scrolling through it to find news and whatnot, but I'm not necessarily active in the Twitter scene. But if you are, hit me up, say hello. Maybe you'll drag me into it. You can follow me on Instagram at SuperDivorceBand, and I play tunes from time to time, so if you want to check out some Super Divorce music, which there's going to be new Super Divorce music coming out soon for the first time in years. Very excited about the future of Super Divorce tunes. But first, we're going to get things rolling with a nice cover song, and that should be coming out pretty soon. But if you would like to hear Super Divorce music before then, you can find it streaming on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon. Wherever you stream your horse shit, you can find Super Divorce. Just type in Super Divorce, click on the song you're choosing. Try it. You don't like it? Try another one. You don't like that one? Try another one, and another one, and another one, and another, and another, and another, until you find something you do like, because I think you will, because I think there's something there for everybody. Just find yours. Find your flavor of Super Divorce. Give it a shot, please. To all of you out there, off in the distance, over by the tree line, hanging out by the woods, watching us over here do this live stream, watching me, watching the chatty Cathys chatting it up, watching from way back there in the trees, just lurking, being lurking lurkers. That's okay. I appreciate you too. I appreciate your views. I appreciate your time. Cool. You want to lurk? No problem. Just know that you're more than welcome to come on over to the town square. There's a nice bonfire. We got shops. We've got entertainment. Sometimes there are people who need consoling, like Ghoulie last night was bummed out. If you're a consoler, if you're a soothsayer, come on over. We need all kinds of people here in the Super Divorce Town Square. So come on and join the party. You're more than welcome, but you're also more than welcome to stay back there and continue lurking. But to the people who are populating the town square, as it were, thank you, Chatty Cathys, for being here, for chatting it up, for having a good time, for keeping things lively and sprightly, for providing the spark. Thank you. It'd be, well, quite frankly, it'd be lonely to do this without anybody here. I'd still do it, because what am I going to do? I can't say, join me Tuesdays and Thursdays, even if you want to lurk. And then I jump on here and I see no one's in the chat, and I'm like, well, I'm just going to go home now. What about the lurking lurkers back there who are waiting for a live stream? Just because it may be a little lonely doesn't mean that I shouldn't push through. At that point, I have to be my own entertainment. I have to learn to talk to myself. I've done that before. It's not as much fun. I'll do it if I have to, though. But I would love to have my friends with me instead. I think it's a better time. That's about it, guys. So, until next time, until next Tuesday, when we play Road Rash 2, Road Rash Tuesday. Road Rash Tuesday coming up. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Be safe, but enjoy yourself. Have some fun. We might pop on here sometime over the weekend and do a Lego stream. You never know. Might do something like that. So that's where I would say keep an eye on those notifications in case we do go live. You want to stop by and shoot the shit? Maybe we'll do that. So, yeah. Everybody, thanks again. And take real good care. Keep kicking ass. Love you lots. Lord willing, I'll be back very soon with another video for you to watch. Bye-bye.